Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. Today I have decided that I'm going to start going through some of my insulator collection and posting it to the channel. I have previously done something similar, but it was a pretty quick glance over. So now I'm going to go look through some of the pieces in a little bit more detail so you can enjoy them. So this one is the lavender colored HGCO beehive. I've already seen that one, so let's go ahead and look at our next insulator. This is my most recent purchase that I have. There's some more coming in the mail, but this one I bought right at the end of 2023. It's just a standard CD151 HGCO petticoat, but what makes this one special is that this is the first one I have with the drip points on it. So it just says petticoat and HGCO, patented May 2nd, 1893. I do like, though, the embossing on this one. I really like this style. And of course, what makes this one interesting is the fact that it has drip points on both skirts. So this one still has the rust on it, just like it was taken out of service. It's got a couple chips on it, actually quite a few chips, but you know, that's pretty normal or common with this design. Doesn't really hold up too well to the elements. Also, it does have a little what looks like it arced or something flashed over high voltage or lightning strikes, something like that. I'm not really sure, but it did leave that mark. So there's that. It's quite a nice insulator. Here we have one of the first insulators in my collection. I think this was maybe my first beehive. This is a postal. It's quite a tall, narrow beehive, and the wire groove is quite low. This one does have some issues with it. You might be able to see there is a chip on the inside of that inner skirt there, unfortunately. Other than that, it's in really nice condition. Obviously, postal, this one's got some interesting impurities. It's got a little piece of, I'm guessing, fabric down here, but I can't really tell what's going on. But it's kind of cool how the glass is cracked around it. Got a bubble here that's kind of in an interesting shape. Nice big bubble here, and a little bit of amber. This is the first insulator that I purchased that had even the littlest bit of amber in it, so that was pretty cool. So yeah, just a little postal beehive, less common style. All right, next we have another beehive. Here is a star embossed beehive. I think these were made by the Novelty Glass Company, but I'm not completely sure. It's a rather simple insulator, but the color is really nice. It's a very nice pure blue. Only embossing, of course, is that star, which is pretty normal. And you'll notice on this one, as compared to the postal, the wear ridge is a lot taller or higher up on the insulator. So I've already seen this one. This is nothing super special. It does have some interesting things happening on the bottom. And it's got a little dot on the top inside the pinhole. Alright, next we have a, let's look at this Canadian piece. This is a 102. This is the shorter, stumpier version. This one's referred to as a speedy diamond because of the way that the diamond has some lines coming off of it. Pretty interesting. This one's really crude. It's got lots of interesting things happening on it. It's got this really weird shape on the bottom or on the top. That's just the way that the glass formed. Yeah, pretty simple. The wire groove on this is really small, or not very deep, so kind of interesting. It does have a few problems on the base, but it's a nice little chunky insulator. I don't really know much about these, but the color is quite nice. It doesn't quite pick it up on the camera as much as it's nice kind of green color. Next we have another beehive. Here is one of the less interesting ones, but I'll show it because it's part of the collection anyway. I have 3 or 4 of these. These are HG Co. Beehives. Pretty simple. It just says HG Co. on it. This is a later version than the petticoats. It's got some nice bubbles in it. But, you know, just a pretty standard and common insulator. It does have a little bit of, I think that's the open bubble on the inner skirt. It's not a chip. Yeah, just by looking at the way that is, I'm pretty sure that's just an open bubble. Next, we'll look at this toll. Here is, I'm not sure who made it, but this is a pleated skirt toll. Embossing is on the top, and it's patented September 9th, 1899. That's got the little dot in the pinhole. Neat little thing. I don't really collect tolls much, but this one's pretty cool. Does have kind of like wedge-shaped drips on the bottom. Next we have a Brookfield CD160 baby signal. This one's a really nice color. It's got lots of amber and just overall a very neat insulator. The embossing on this one is just completely messed up. You can barely read it. You see those amber swirls, and the other side, New York, is also kind of messed up. So that's pretty cool. It's nice teal color. I'll try to adjust the color of the video to make it come out a little bit better, but again, it's a nice insulator. It's got a nice little it's got like a fracture in the inside. Unfortunately, I'm not sure if that's because of impurities in the glass. But yeah, there you go. There's that one. Next is one more beehive. This is a Brookfield. This is a really chunky insulator. This has got a lot of thick glass as opposed to the like this petticoat. The petticoat just looks smaller, at least with that threading. But there it is, Brookfield. What makes this one special is that nice large tadpole right there. Got some chunks in it. Yeah. It's got some issues on the bottom, of course. And it's got a little bit of an underpour as well. But that's a pretty neat insulator. It's got an XO on the top. And then finally, let's take a look at this Hemingway CD280, I believe, triple petticoat. This is quite a big insulator. Try to compare it to something like the Beehive. There's the difference. Anyway, of course, as the name says, it's a triple petticoat. It's got 3 skirts on it. Only the outer one has drip points on it. And for some reason, high voltage on this is really hard to read. You can easily read triple petticoat. And then on the other side, it says patent May 2nd, 1893, of course. And then Hemingway on the top, which is really hard to read. So I'm not sure why it's like that. Another interesting thing with these larger insulators like this is that it has a spiral on the top. This is just the way the glass formed, but this is really common on these. A lot of these 280s and the similar insulators, you'll find a spiral like this on top of the insulator. So this one's in kind of rough shape, but I like it. These insulators were actually used for street light hardware back in the 1920s. You'd have like radial waves or whatnot. You'd have a special clamp that would clamp the top of this that would then either have a hook or be directly connected to the pipe arm, and then the bottom of this screw in would be the screw in the actual street light head. So that's pretty neat. So there we go. That's just part 1 of my collection of glass insulators. I hope you guys enjoy this video. Thanks for watching, and bye for now.